recording. I'll start the archive recording here. Yeah, there we go. Hey, okay, what's... Hello. 90. 90's not bad in the grand scheme of things. Compared to the fucking heat of the house, I'm gonna... 90 as an air quality is, hey, you know, I'll take it, I guess. What's the temperature? 66. Now that, the offset on that, if I can get it to be 66 degrees in here, I'll take a little bit of particulate matter. Maybe I could just spend the whole stream playing Mr. Deuce Castle, and we could be listening to this music a lot more. I need longer cables on everything. Or no cables on anything. A wireless... Camera get hot. Hot camera. I've redone a lot of audio stuff, and, because I'm testing out these. They're working great now. These are video game headphones for video games. These are, what are these? These are the Creative Labs Super X-Fi Gamer headphones. You can tell they're gamer headphones because they can glow any RGB color you like. And I had to take pictures of my ears and face for them. It's like Mark Cerny invaded my home. It was a process because you have to take the pictures on your phone and then transfer that to a computer. And then it modeled whatever, and then said it'll sound like it's out. You know, I gotta say, like, at first blush, I was like, "Hey, that sounds all right. That sounds all right. They sound all right so far. Like, I wouldn't use them as like reference monitor style flat headphone things, you know. But in terms of making sound like you're kind of hearing it coming out of a speaker somewhere instead of from directly in your head. I was like, eh, you know, you could do a lot worse. Let's try and play some video games and see now it comes to, well, I guess I got this thing cranked enough and limited and through a limited through a limiter. That's what you say, right? What do we, okay. Been messing around with some DOS stuff lately, trying to get a few things going. And then it does this sometimes. It just says, like, could not read the boot disk, which is weird because I feel like I set this up. And then this cable is not long enough. This is like the opposite of good... this is not ergonomic. Is what I'm saying. So save settings, reset and apply. There. 7. One must fall doesn't work. I have been unable to get one must fall working, at all. Well, not at all. That's not entirely true, but to show you what it does by default, we'll go through the setup. This thing uses a Sound Blaster 16 sort of style now. And basically, it'll get this far. And then here, it just dies. So, yeah. What I can do, I think, is I can go into setup and say sound card, no sound card. And I think that may work. But we get this and no music, which is unfortunate. PC speaker style sound effects. PC speaker type beat. If I get far away, this is still, I imagine this sounds a little roomy, but I'm watching the meters bounce, and this still looks like it's bouncing. Does this sound acceptable? Is this like an acceptable volume when I turn this way? And almost the same? Fucking fantastic. If I get that out of this, then that'll be worth it. Because then, you know, then I can have shorter cables, because I can wheel over here. Bam, bam. Oh, well, that doesn't work either. So, I don't know. Whole thing's fucked. It's all fucked. Burn it all down. If we can't play One Must Fall, then what are we even doing? So let's try this then. Okay. Let's see if there's anything I can do here. Let's slow it down to 30 megahertz from 90. We'll leave the caches on because I happen to know that if I turn off the cache, One Must Fall doesn't even run at a regular speed. And we will reset. We'll go with expanded memory. We don't need the soft MPU because One Must Fall doesn't even use it. We'll set it up. We'll go with that. Let's go. Sound Blaster Pro is what it used before. We'll try the default quality. See if we get anything out of this. Because I know sometimes the core, I guess some people were saying it was a little less stable at 90 megahertz on some misters. And the Sound Blaster 16 stuff, they just added it. It used to actually only do a Sound Blaster Pro. Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh.
Round one. Fight.
I mean, I don't want to play this game at this speed, honestly. I'm just excited that it works. I don't know if it has finishing moves. This definitely came out in an era when it would have, but... That dude's name is not actually Jean-Paul Katana. He is Jean-Paul, and he's piloting the Katana. You understand. So yeah, with game audio going, does this still sound okay, even though I'm now like a mile away from this microphone? Feel good? Great. Oh, shit ass. Well, at least we got one fight in. Now we know we can just take it back up, baby. I need to check, because I may need to install different drivers. I may need to install actual Sound Blaster 16 drivers. This might still be running SB Pro drivers or something like that. I'm not sure if they're actually different drivers or not, because I don't remember. What's the Xbox price hot takes? Just listen to the Bombcast. I got this. I don't know if this is... DOS games, am I right? It's a fucking... It's a mess. Sometimes getting this stuff working. Okay, General MIDI and a Sound Blaster 16. That is exactly what the setup is. Config. ET6000. I think that is what the default Mr. BIOS file is attempting to recreate. MK setup. Wants no part of that. Reason, -6. RAM DAC. How you feeling about your RAM DAC?
Excellent.
Great. It's, yeah, I'm feeling pretty alright about it too.
Superb.
Yeah. No, yeah, thank you. It's nice to feel good about something these days.
Well done.
Well, you know, I try, but, you know, what are we gonna do? What? Jeez, I'm not really fine. Now you're just being rude. How does this compare to just plain messing around in DOSBox? You know, it's not that different. I could actually take this hard drive image and just load it up in DOSBox. DOSBox is both easier and harder. And I've never been able to get One Must Fall to run at an appropriate speed in DOSBox, because it's always like too fast or too slow. I can never get it dialed in and get the controllers running just right, so that's always been frustrating. And this doesn't display video, so obviously, you know, hey, you know, it ain't perfect. But this this 486 core has actually come an incredibly long way over the past few weeks, or the release was a couple weeks ago, and it's pretty good. It's a lot of fun these days. I kind of want to see how some of this other stuff runs a little bit, because I don't think I've like Doom is a little weird, or not a little weird, but it was just a little slow last time I tried it, but that was a couple of core revisions ago. Oh yeah, this is better than it was. Yeah, this is. I mean, hey, it's Doom. Yeah, like, I'm not, you know, I ain't here to play Doom. There are a billion ways to play Doom. I mean, on any, we could be playing Doom on anything. I always forget that Doom eventually had joystick support. It just... Doom never felt right with a controller to me. I mean, obviously, you know, it's not some big analog game that needs... that needs a mouse or anything like that, but it just... I don't know, just never... but this runs pretty nice compared to how it was running a little while ago. That seems like a more appropriate mix. What controller am I using? I'm using a PlayStation 4 controller. I've got it set up as a 4-button pad here. Though the core will act like a Gravis Pro, which I want to say, what a Gravis Gamepad Pro had shoulder buttons. I don't know if it just had one set or two, but that's kind of cool. It runs nice. Before they were saying like, oh, you know, if you run it in a smaller window, it runs good. But this is, yeah, this runs acceptably well. I should put Rise of the Triad on here. I don't currently have it. Play a little bit more of this. If you were eagle-eyed viewers may have seen a little bit of this hot video game. Okay, yeah, that's all. Yeah. No, just fight. Nope. Seth? Drums don't sound like they're supposed to here. I don't think I can quit the game. I think I can make it stop. Ah! Round two, fight! Yeah, I can like pause it, but that's about it. Just lose the fight. Oh, well, then I walked up and threw him and won the fight. Damn it. Anyway, see. Yeah, I guess that would be it. I guess, like, unless... I mean, it doesn't let you configure it at all beyond that. But I don't think it's technically an MT32, or I don't think that'll actually work. No, that's not it. This. Oh, it wants no part of this. Like, you lied about your sound setup, and now we're mad. I get it. I get it. Like, I kind of want to try to... Did it freeze up? Or just my preview freeze up? There it goes. Okay. When my screensaver kicks on, when the monitors go dark, when After Dark, Simpsons After Dark kicks in. No, sometimes the OBS preview window stops updating, and I'm like, oh no. Last vestiges.
Success. Soon, peace and order will be restored throughout the galaxy.
Well, peace and order sounds pretty good. I mean, I guess I can't argue with that. I mean, peace sounds great. All these Star Wars, if someone would just come in and stop it, it'd be like, that'd be problem solved, right? This guy doesn't seem so bad. Alright, this guy seems like he might be more of a dick. I don't know. I don't know anymore. This guy,
Stronghold has no hope of escape. Commence the attack. Yes, sir.
The Emperor just seems like a guy you could drink a beer with, you know? What am I even talking about? Alright, I kind of just want to watch this whole intro. I wonder how this is going to even play. Because I think I played this just with a Gravis pad and the keyboard, if I remember right. Like, I didn't have an actual analog controller or anything like that. It's a very elaborate intro. Oh, Star Wars TIE Fighter. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. A nice little credit sequence just kind of thrown in at the end of the little intro here. iMuse, yes. Delightful. What a hack. Ugh, right? Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Well, I guess we can just get into it. Thank you, Pizza Man. Thank you, Pizza Man. George Pizza Man Lucas.
Enter your name, pilot.
That's my name. Oh no. So the UI in this seems to really want a mouse, and it's not showing me a mouse cursor. But that door seems to open when I hover a mouse over it. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, this is probably what I need to start with, because it's been so long. Oh, that's camera. I thought 1 through 9 was going to be throttle. It is not. Eight is apparently forward. Why? Oh, because you're probably meant to use the number pad for that. Well, what the fuck is the throttle then? I could have sworn the throttle was... Okay, I can hold down what would be the square button on a PlayStation. What is in fact a square button, and hold up to get the throttle up, but that is not how this is supposed to go. That can't be. Alright, let's throttle up and keep moving. Little jittery on the controls. A lot smoother with a mouse, as it turns out. I know what you're saying. You're saying, what if you had a flight stick? And I'm here to tell you, fuck that. Oh, I burned through all my energy. I got no more laser juice. Am I not going to build any more up either? Well, alright, let's just fly. I could have sworn that these camera... That seems wrong. Oh, and now it's not even... Now I can't even switch back to the... 8 no longer switches me back to the cockpit view. T is for... O is... Pause. Hey. F1. Reset to forward view. Brackets, plus and minus. Okay. Okay. Backspace for full throttle, slash for zero throttle. F1. Hold power. Got no lasers, but it's okay. Gonna fly through this bad boy. I'm not gonna hit any of those targets. Not gonna hit any of those targets. Oh, I don't want to. Okay. No, I'm good. I do have one of those. I have a sealed well, not sealed, but I have an in-box Microsoft Sidewinder joystick. That's the one that had all the force feedback built into it. Like when MechWarrior 2 came out, and they were like, "You're just gonna be like you're firing a fucking missile because the joystick's gonna go shunk." I got one of those out in the garage that I ain't never opened, on account of it's a joystick, and I don't need it. I was just holding it the other day, because I'm out there trying to clean stuff up, and force feedback doesn't work in Windows 10. Yeah, that makes sense. But it was cool at the time. I mean, I think this in-store demo where they just had it set up to where like, oh, pull this trigger and it's like a machine gun or whatever. Yeah, TIE Fighter is too old to support it. I think it was way later, like years later that they put that stick out and all that other stuff. But it was cool. Cool idea, but you know. I wonder if that's USB. I assume that's USB. It seems like it would be new enough to be USB and not be a fucking game port plug into your sound card type deal. I mean, the TIE Advanced was where it was at. But I don't want to do training courses with it. Like an instant action, yeah, combat chamber. Here we go. Go fuck some shit up. Boy, I wish I knew what button it was that I pushed to make the control stuff come up, because it seems like that'll probably be something I need. Yeah. What is the objective of this mission? Nope, not exit mission. Oh, god damn it. Delta 1, do exactly as you're told, no more, no less. Roger. Concussion missile mode. Target nearest. We're locked. Blew that motherfucker up. Press U to target the newest craft. Yeah, you know, a gamepad was maybe not the ideal way to play this.
Excellent hunting, Delta 1.
I think I went back and forth between the mouse and the gamepad kind of as the game demanded it. Fuck that guy. Blowing these fuckers up. Try and fire this missile and then hit F2 real quick and see if we can get that warhead view they were talking about. Missed. Oh, no, no, still coming in. Come on now. Get him. Ah! Still trying. I appreciate it, oh, yeah. What is match speed? What's match speed with target? That's, something that'd be nice to know. Stuck on it. Potsy. Alright. Join the battle! All these environments are so cool. Like, it's kind of overkill in a way, like the number of different rooms you walk into and all the little animations and stuff, but like, it did such a good job. Ah yes, inspect vessels. That's everyone's favorite. One TIE fighter... Stay alert for rebels. We're supposed to check out the freighters, right? Is that the... There's a lot of controls I don't remember how to... I mean, yeah, I have to just look at that control thing, because if we could, shunt power to the engines, we could be going way faster. Let's slow up a little bit here. Okay, that one's been inspected. That got a little framey there. Raider 3. Illegal cargo on one of the freighters. Food stuff. Alright, Freighter 5. Transport group must also be scanned. Get him. Incoming shuttles have not identified themselves. Yeah, fuck. Turns out, these TIE fighters, not very resilient. Oh no, a secluded prison planet. Also, I got transported, I got converted into a dragon bird.
Prisoners, move into the building now.
And now we're just back here. Okay, well. Can I get in some dogfighting in the combat chamber? Is that... Help the freighter, deliver cargo, destroy all craft. Love it. Cargo to ship and press Shift A. Kill that tug.
Using your target for attack. Target destroyed.
Y-wings.
Outlook 1, this is Outlook 2, target destroyed.
Let's go! Die with me! Alright, let's just throttle down, considering this guy's just sitting here. Not very combat effective. Well, okay. I mean, I just stopped. That's what you get. TIE Fighter is pretty cool. It's kind of the sweet spot for these games. X-Wing was good and all, but... But TIE Fighter's kind of... better mission design, all that stuff. One of these days I'm going to get into SimCity 2K again, because I copied it on here. And then loaded it up, and I was like, this is daunting to start this again. Along with weird porno game that I'm amazed. I'm amazed how easy it was to find, considering what it is. But it was something that when I first got my PC in like '93 or something, a friend of mine gave to me, and it's just as fucking dumb as it was then. We won't run it now because, you know. What else is going on? I kind of want to... There's been a recent change on the old Mister to the Atari 2600 core. I want to see if it's any more stable than it was, or if there's a video thing that is weird with some games. So let's see. What? Oh, this is not displaying properly at all. Not even a little bit. Okay, well, there it goes. For a sec there. I don't know if you saw that. I saw that for a sec. Snake is gigantic. But a handful of 2600 games just run sketchy. Because the Atari 26, it was a sketchy time for video output and devices. Let's see if this just eventually displays properly. It seems like it should. Is this going to come in at all? Or is this just bad forever?
Owned by the master.
That's just not going to go at all. Okay, well. My Atari 2600 dreams dashed once again. Did it just hose everything? Because I'm getting passed through, but now the capture... Oh, my thing froze up again. That's what it is. More DOS. I don't have that many more games on that hard drive image right now. I need to install some more. Okay, it is working. So a Vinnie Caravella favorite works now. Haunted House wasn't working properly not that long ago, but this is playable now. So insofar as it ever was, I really don't know. I think you just go around and find these items. I don't know. I don't really know what the goal... I beat this game a couple weeks ago by just dodging what appeared to be spiders and ghosts, and then using this like flashlight or match or whatever it is to look for items on the ground. There's another one, and then eventually it turns into some chalice. Okay, and then I just go... There, we won. I'm the greatest haunted house player you've ever fucking seen. And I have no idea what I just did. But we won. And that's all that matters. Another recent addition to the arcade game roster on the old Mister is this fucking mess of a video game. Cool that it's here. Check out my jacket, he says.
USA.
Such a mess of a video game. All right. I think does that say funk rail? Meet me in the bathroom. We're gonna do some funk rails. Is this how it actually ran? Yeah, pretty much. This core is not like publicly available. It's still like for Patreon backers of the dude who made it. So it's not like done. So I know there's some graphical glitches and some other stuff like that, but generally this is how fucking Street Fighter 1 is played. That guy made a hurricane with his feet, which I'm told is way cooler than throwing fireballs, but I don't know if I buy that. Inputs are so unreliable. I'm amazed that fireball even came out. Yeah, the voices do seem a little more muffled than maybe they should be. Or like glitchy or something. I don't know. I mean, there's always, you know, if we just want to get down to... well, that's interesting. Hello, computer. Good. Okay. Sometimes the press key to continue part of these scripts does not respond as you seems like it should. And unfortunately, I don't remember if resetting like this also removes the... we're just gonna power down. We're just gonna power down. Down. Coming back up. Start clean. Sometimes you gotta clean the apertures. It's technical talk. Okay. Wait for this to find the network, and then we will run the script, mount the drive. Where the games live. Where the big games live. The WCW of video games. System call failed operation. No, that's a weird bug that didn't happen before. But it's been a while since I've tried it. This is also strange. Yeah, this is strange. Well, shit. There. Okay. All this to play this. It's a huge. Not this. And it didn't work. And it didn't work. Riot Zone, the only game on the SD card. I wonder what changed that no longer works. I will have to play around with it. I mean, I guess I've... no, I didn't really change that much. Huh. Well, I mean, this is a solvable problem. Hang on. There's more than one way to skin an ass. I think that's... okay. Now we just let this copy. Bonk is good. That's my take. "30 seconds," it says. I mean, yeah, he's no Zonk, but like, Zonk, what is Zonk? He's like some rockabilly, cyber rockabilly. Like, come on. That's not a real thing. Cyberbilly? Come on. Sounds like a musical genre made up by druggers. Okay. Now we can enjoy the majesty, the pageantry of a compact disc-based video game. I really want to fucking figure out why that, I can't mount that directory. Hey, this is not an Arcade Perfect port. In my head it always was, but playing them side by side now, it's clear. While it sucks in precisely the same ways that the arcade version sucks, in terms of the inputs feeling like trash, the graphical fidelity is, reduced. You still do see the funk rail, though, so it's not all bad. All right. Take that, enemy.
Friends, don't forget the marigold circle all over the world.
Thank you.
Round one. Michael!
Perfect. Perfect.
Round two. Michael! I'm strong.
I feel like I didn't get hit that many times. I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Michael!
Rails represented here, too, by the image of the Rail Splitter.
All right.
All right.
Friends, don't forget the marigold circle all over the world.
It's funny, the last guy told me that, too. Oh God, what have I done? I really boned it up. There.
Japan.
How is this?
Round 1.
Unpleasant for me. Oh, the light moved. I must have bumped the light while I... Oh, God. It's like a bad ER Kung Fu, you know? Do something! Timer scam, timer scam, timer scam. Buttons are so far away. Do the thing again. Ugh. My thumb hurts from just repeatedly trying to do fireball inputs and having nothing come out over and over and over and over and over again. Fighting game that was old Dynasty Warriors characters. I mean, is it Sango Fighter? I mean, that's findable. I don't think I currently have it. Unless you're talking about the original Dynasty Warriors, which was like that, it's like a behind the back kind of deal, right?
Round 1.
Fuck. This seems unfair.
Round 2.
I hate this. This is terrible. Why am I playing this? What am I doing? Fuck this.
You've got a lot to run before you beat me. Try again, kid.
Just a bomb. I don't know. Maybe if I play this different character. Oh, wait. Let's give this one more shot and then never play it again. How about? Do the fireball thing, you dick! Whoa! That was pretty cool.
Round 2.
The specials in this game do such an unbelievable amount of damage when they land. It's... I mean, I guess that makes sense for considering that they just never come out. Like, you're doing the input. It's just... There's something about... There's... I read something about it at one point. It's like the way Street Fighter 1 checks for inputs sucks. And so it's not enough to do the input. It has to be done in the right frames. You know, there's like something specific about it that makes it extra shitty. Cool tigers.
England. Round 1.
Blockheads.
Round 2.
The inputs were responsive would just be a bad Street Fighter 2 with no selectable characters. I mean, not... I mean, sorta. Turns out if I just mash the buttons, these guys die. I don't know. What do you got to say for yourself, sir?
Listen, but don't forget there are many gods like you all over the world.
No matter where I travel, all over the world, these guys just keep telling me the same thing. It's the universal language. Fight Birdie, and then Eagle, and then Hole in One. This guy's like, I brought sticks. damage those fucking sticks are doing, man. Criminal. If you are involved in the playing of this game with sticks outside the United States, you are involved in a crime, Mr. Mustache. Huh. I mean, what if we just did this? Still gotta land the hits, it turns out. Is Street Fighter 1 bad? Yes, Street Fighter 1 is bad. It was cool in its day because there wasn't really much else like it, but it's not a good game. That Street Fighter collection that came out a while back has like some fun little history things about the days of Street Fighter 2 being like Final Fight 2, you know, or whatever the weird lineage it had, or where Final Fight was going to be Street Fighter 2, and the whole, yeah, whatever the thing was. There's a lot of interesting stuff around all that. That like this game maybe wasn't gonna get a sequel. Oh.
China.
I don't even remember most of these characters. Let's see how this one goes. Just imagine each one of these punches is supposed to be a fireball. Hey, we got one. Well, don't forget the video game all over the world.
Listen, the don't forget there are many gods like you all over the world.
All over the world. One more again, I guess. Money exchanger. If only there was a puzzle somewhere in there, we would have something. I kicked that dude in the face in front of the money exchanger. Cold dist, as they say. Weird, this camera shot looks like way brighter than this room actually is. Very fancy. Just gotta mash them buttons. Hope for the best. A money puzzle exchanger. That's a game. They corrected the audio bug that was in the Neo Geo core that worked its way back in. I think they had fixed it a while ago, but the audio in Money Puzzle Exchanger was a little off, and they fixed that, and it's just perfect. It's just
Listen, but don't forget there are many gods like you all over the world.
You know what I'm saying? There we go. That one I can do, timing the button press on the other thing. Fucking dark out there. Hey! Hey!
Round 2.
The music in this stage is kind of wild. Punch me out of that, come on. This is also a 2-button game here on the TurboGrafx 16, whereas in arcades it was 6 buttons or 2 pneumatic buttons that responded to how hard you hit them, which was also like another layer of broken. Here it's like, you know, you tap for lights and hold for heavies, you know, for fierce and that sort of stuff.
All over the world.
It's your boy! Funk dat. He's like, I can throw some shit too. Seems like it would be a difficult fight if we weren't cheating. I gotta not yank the keyboard off this little TV tray that I've got it set up on by kicking it with my foot. That's my story.
Round 2.
I mean, I want the canonical finish. Yeah, lay it in, man. That's, you know, that's not... Just imagine in Street Fighter 2 he's got a big burn mark on his chest and not the scar, I guess, then. Fucking time paradox, MGS2 style, game over.
I got the best. You're now the same Street Fighter in the world.
Thanks. He looks like his head is gonna explode there. What's your plan, Hiroshi? Finish. Alright, great. Do you not face all the characters in a run? Does it not actually have you fit? Because I don't think I fought Retsu ever. Ah, to be innocent, like my friend Innocent Sideshow. Of course, Yuki-chan's Papa. Naturally credited. Who did the mechatronics for this game? Oh, my boy Radish. My dog Strong. Shout out to Short Arm Sego. I feel like I'm respecting the music in this CD-ROM version a lot more than I ever have before. I'm feeling this right now. Not all of it, but a couple of these tracks, like, okay, all right. Ah, lovely Okada. Whenever lovely Okada gets really working on a game really fast, the camera just pulls way out. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Shofuku fucking it up. That's Elon Musk's kid. Ah, sexy Nanchan. My good friend. 1987, man. What the fuck's going on? Ah, yes. King of the Hill. Guess I better get to punching these waterfalls then and get ready. Like this guy, for example. Maybe he wants to fight. Over here on Fighting Street. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. The TurboGrafx version of this is not called Street Fighter. It's called Fighting Street. Why? I don't know. Seems like something someone would have written some article about somewhere. They would have tried to track someone down. I don't know if that actually happened, but... Check my email. Ooh. Okay. The other microphone. I ordered one of those Elgato microphones because I want to check out the audio mixer stuff on it because it's like a friendlier voice meter banana type of situation. And it appears to have shipped. Those things have been hard to find. Not in stock a lot of places. I finally found one and bought one. What else is going on? So the old X68000 is coming along. It still doesn't run Strider, so that's the point. But it is it's starting to run some games in a variety of ways. Does it run Geograph Seal? Is that a porno game? You gotta tell me if it's a porno game, because we're on Twitch and I can't play the porno games. And also there's some resolution stuff that's weird with this core. If I find jumping... I mean, I do find Jumping Flash to be erotic, yes. So you see how this only runs seemingly in the upper corner of it. That's a weird... I think it just doesn't handle resolution changes gracefully or something, but... Also probably needs to support more controller stuff. Because right now I think it only supports a 2-button controller, and I think you could just plug Genesis controllers into this thing after a fashion. So yeah, you can plug in Mega Drive controllers. But I mean, the X68000 is basically the same, very similar hardware to what was running a lot of these games in arcades, and so you get a case where like a lot of these ports were really good. You know, obviously that matters less now because we can just play the original arcade versions on all of this stuff, or in a lot of cases. But the X68000 is just this fascinating, strange device that very few people here in this country have experience with. And so it has this mystique of just like this thing I always wanted and never owned, and they've only gotten more expensive as time has gone on. Even the games are too expensive. You wanted to have, let's say, a couple copies of Strider to put on a shelf. That seems like it wouldn't be cheap, but the boxes are so cool. But I mean, this is like a pretty good version of Super. You know? Even so, but this core is coming along. Oh, well, it's just locked up. Anyway. This core is coming along, he says as it locks up. The Amiga and ST were fairly big in the US, weren't they? I guess so, yeah. I don't know. I only knew one person. I only saw an ST in person like once. Xbox SSD leak. Let's click on that. $219 for a 1 terabyte SSD expansion, according to this. That seems like a lot of money for a 1 terabyte expansion, but if they are using some kind of custom shit to make it as fast as they need it to be, I can believe it. That shit ain't gonna be cheap. That shit ain't gonna be cheap. As you can see, I've spent a lot of time just checking to see if Strider runs any better on this thing, but it does not run. I got a Capcom logo. Actually, I think now it does display a... it does display something. Reset here, it'll go for a while, and then it'll ask me to insert disc 1, because it's a 3-disc game. We'll see where this gets to. I just bought a Seagate drive, speaking of Seagate drives. I shucked that Western Digital and was having trouble getting it to work. And needed to replace a drive in my server machine faster than it was going to take me to have the time to get that other drive working. So I just ordered a straight-up hard drive, and I got a 12 terabyte Seagate. That seems fine. And then I took the other drive, the 10 terabyte that I shucked, and bought the you know, the Molex power connector for your power supply, converted that to SATA, and then plugged that in, which is another way around the weird limits that shucked drives have. And got that working in this machine here. So over the past 4 days or so, I've added 22 terabytes of online storage to this room, which is a lot of space for X68000 games, I guess. I don't know. You know what I mean. So this is going to sit on a black screen for a while, and then it might come up with an error message or some message in Japanese that I can't read, but or it might not. I don't know. It's been kind of random. Anyway, point being, it doesn't work, but that's maybe not that interesting. There was another game that I was looking at the other day that was silly as hell, but I can't remember what it's called. I think it started with CH. Chase HQ. Cha-Cha Fighter. That was it. There's so much more science to be done. Every day we're uncovering, you know, that just that backlog gets deeper and deeper. But unfortunately, the lab coats are at the office, and you know how the regulations are. Your 14 terabyte drives worked on your NAS. I think a lot of NAS like enclosures just don't give a fuck about that stuff. You might not need to do the shenanigans in a lot of situations like that. I think it might just be desktop machines that tend to read pin 3. What was I saying? This Cha-Cha Fighter. Have I been back to the office? No, I can't. They would not let me back in the office. If I wanted to go to the office, I would have to make very specific plans, and even then they would not let me in. They would probably bring something out to me if I wanted it, so I don't know. What's the office? I don't even know. Now we're gonna fight. This feels like it is probably some sort of Dojin game, some kind of, you know. By the way, it has version numbers and stuff like that, but I don't know for sure. Oh no. Damn. Damn. Do a damn EX move? This game's got it all. Ugh. I didn't turn the volume up here in the room. I need to hear this a little bit better. Get this Darkstalker shit out of here. This lady I'm fighting, literally, like, all those moves are just Darkstalker's moves, aren't they? Yeah, the little spinny, just straight up Dragon Punch style, like, that's very much Dimitri's shit. Dimitri, that dude. Yeah, Dimitri. Y'all talking about rain? I ended up with like 6 cans of rain, lemon flavored rain, and it's doing me okay. I'm just up here now. That seems weird. This doesn't play, like, amazingly well, but it is way better than Street Fighter 1. Ah. Let's hide up here and build meter. Let's hide up here and timer scam. Whoa. That's right, cry in your bubble, sucker. Ah. Ha 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 ha. Let's see if this pauses. It does. Okay. I'll be back in a sec. Run to the restroom. Grab myself a beverage. Ah. 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 Well, what if we just went for it? Y'all were talking about these and got me thinking about these, so... I mean, yeah, it ain't Viso. I can't get Viso here, but... Ha! That's not a super. Like, I'm not burning a level of meter when I do that, am I? Uh-oh. Volume up. I can turn the game volume up a little bit if you need it. Uh-oh. Battle character, here we go. Oh, I don't know what I did there, but I made a bunch of anime ladies fall from the sky. Oh my god. And an OTG. This is brutal. Ah. Ah. It's like I'm Dennis Miller over here. Suck it, cha-cha. It's very funny. It's good shit. Let's write that down. Nothing's timelier than Dennis Miller. Everyone loves that. Everyone loves that guy. What a good dude. All right, now this is. Fuck shit. I'm gonna make that my new thing. That's I've been looking for like a new character trait, you know, for the back half of the year, and I think that's gonna be it. Good laugh. I'm gonna be good laugh guy. Ah. I got a longer micro USB cable here that I should really... Oh man, the mirror match. Fuck. Oh, you can air fireball? Ow! Ugh. Oh, I don't like that laugh. I don't like that laugh at all. Shit. Anyway, the X68000 is full of mystery, and I randomly loaded this up the other night, thinking like, that says fighter in it, maybe that'll be something, and was pleasantly surprised by you know, this whole thing. So did it crash? Okay. So that's pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. You know, it's got this long list of games, and you know, sometimes a title will stand out, right? It's like, you know, Dyson Ryaku 3. That's like a strategy, like a war strategy game that's been on a lot of different platforms over the years. But then you just see stuff like Dead of the Brain, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. Death Braid. And it's 4 discs. 5 discs. Doki Doki Card League. Dragon Buster. Dempa does some good work. Let's see what this is. Let's see if this does anything. But yeah, you know, the core itself, the X68K core support on the Mister is pretty work in progress. You know, it's cool that it plays some stuff, but you know, you see some things that run in this like smaller frame, because I guess it's running probably at a different resolution and it's not popping the right way. You know, some games like Strider just don't work. So until Strider works, what are we, you know, again, what are we even doing? Dragon Buster, yeah, I'm pretty sure that is an arcade game. Is it a shooter? Is it weirdly enough a shooter? Also, they're all floppy disk games, so you're never really sure, because I don't have a floppy drive here with a light, you know, blinking on and off as a game loads. In some cases, there's a light on the Mister that will kind of mirror what the floppy drive on some of these computers would do. Okay, the logo was familiar. Oh, is this like the sequel to that game? Well, it crashed. Tower of Draga was the sequel to that. Dragon City, Dragon Slayer, Dual Fighter, and Dual Fighter 2. Dynamic Duke. Is that just Dynamite Duke? Is this just a bootleg Dynamite Duke? I'm afraid to load some of these, though, because, you know, some of these end up being porno games. Like Fantasy Zone. Or, you know what? I would love to see what Fancy Kicks is, but if I know one thing, it's that bootleg Kicks games are where the porno lives. Porno Kicks, you get a full set of MAME, you get a full MAME set. You are bound to find Porno Kicks. So, you know, we're on Twitch tonight, so... No feet, no porno kicks. Sorry. Oh, hey, does Final Fight load? Let's find out. Gals Panic. That's what the porno kicks of record seems to be. Let's let this load up. And then maybe we'll move away from the Mister to play some very slightly newer stuff. I wish I could figure out what that, the weird, directory network mapping thing not working was caused by, because that would make it easier to play more TurboGrafx 16 and Sega CD games. But, this is what I'm talking about, where it's like, it's probably loading, because these are floppy disks. Oh, floppy disks. There we go. Now let's see if it actually does anything. We got a Capcom logo. That's a good sign. That's further than Strider normally gets. All right, I've hit all the buttons and it hasn't done anything, so I'm going to assume it's still doing something. And we'll let it sit here for a little while longer. Maybe we'll fire up some music while we wait here. Oh, wait. I like that for these versions of the game, they kept in the arcade, like, warnings and stuff. That's weird. I got my window open. Anyone walking by is going to be... Wait a moment. What else is going on? See, like, this is a pretty good version of Final Fight. Which for that time, the idea that you had a home computer and you were like, yo, this is like a damn near arcade perfect version of Final Fight, that's kind of crazy. Obviously less impressive these days. I guess it's missing shadows, like there are more shadows in this level. In that area when the lights come on, if I remember right. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. Suck it, Bill Bull. Eat this lead pipe. Eat hot pipe, Bill Bull. That's how I'm gonna start opening doors from now on. Jerks. Just getting worked. Two lives.
Yeah!
That's a little. Oh boy. Look out for that. Sometimes virtual wires just get a little crossed. It just doesn't like it when you do stuff sometimes. You got to turn it off and back on again. It's just how it goes sometimes. But it looks kind of awesome, so you know. What else? I'm gonna play this Saturn game. That I discovered recently. So what is Mr.? Yeah, Mr. is an FPGA-based thing. It's good. It's a lot of fun. It's, things are happening, you know? Like, you wake up one morning and suddenly, like, 3 of the cores have been updated, and you're like, ah, let's go check this shit out. This is crazy stuff happening. Okay, what are we doing? We're pushing this button, or we're turning on this controller. And, Let's see. I think I can just go to my play history here. Well, we'll have to grab the game here. We'll hit this. I'll move chat over here so I can still see it. And we will push this button on the Stream Deck that I made specifically to grab stuff. And then I will hit this button, and there we go. We'll make this bigger. No, we'll make it even bigger. I need some new layouts. Gonna have to rework a lot of these layouts here. I mean, I guess I've got this. And let's see here. Is it in my... There it is. Shutsudou. Okay, yeah, all right. Let's enjoy this fine Sega Saturn product. Everyone loves the Sega Saturn. It's for hardcore video games. Gotta drag that below that, huh? Shout out to the Duck Corporation. I mean, this is on the Sega Saturn. They didn't put genuine porno games on consoles. At least not licensed games anyway, so... I feel like the Sega name is a name you can trust. It's not like the 3DO, those porn fiends. Alright, this was developed by Sega Saturn in conjunction with the CIA. We got mini games, we got a photo studio, we got a stuff roll. Let's try this one. I only looked at like one of these, and it was this one. If there's one thing the Miniskirt... Oh, by the way, the name of this game is Shutsudou Miniskirt Police. And it is maybe even still a television show. The cast has changed over the years and all that sort of stuff, but Miniskirt Police is the game, and I think I just hit the triggers to make the car hop. Licensed by Lowrider. Licensed by Low. This is a licensed minigame. $32 points. I don't know if that's good or not. It's better than Mario Party. I'm almost afraid to see what the other minigames are, but we'll try one more. Okay, serve and shot, speed up. Oh my. Is this just porno kicks? Did we accidentally play porno kicks? That was just porno breakout. Totally different. Let's look at the stuff roll. Here's the stuff that worked on the game. Congratulations to everyone that was on stuff for this. Anyway, that's Miniskirt Police. It's got some pictures also. They're just, I think it's just photos from the show or something. I kind of want to get a copy of this, you know? Put on a shelf somewhere, something nice. Something nice to look at. Look at this Sega Saturn game. Based on a television show, also. Like, that's the thing. You can find... I found a clip of this on the internet. You know, it was just on regular TV, so it wasn't some weird porno thing, you sickos. What else is going on? Not much, really. Not too much. Some Dreamcast stuff? Yeah, you know, let's push this button and see what happens. Fighting Vipers 2, also not pornography.
Sega.
Fighting Vipers 2. Select your Viper. Round 1. Let the action begin. Go!
Thoughts on Last Bronx? I remember thinking it was kind of maybe a little generic at the time, but it's been a pretty long time. Blast that fucker out his armor. What do you think of that?
Round 1. Let the action begin. Go!
Oh no, the KO Corral is on fire. Someone please save the restaurant. It's just kind of Virtua Fighter, you know? With armor and the wall break stuff. Uh-oh.
Round 1.
Last Bronx came out on the Dreamcast, right?
Let the action begin. Go!
We'll take a look at that after this if we did. I feel like I might have reviewed Last Bronx for the PC. Like, Sega put out Last Bronx and maybe like 1 or 2 other games, and they ran with like some specific 3D video card, like before that stuff was standardized. It's like the S3, whatever. I don't remember what it was. Power VR. Oh god. Blown the fuck out. Yes, Fighters Mega Mix has Virtua Fighter characters and Fighting Vipers characters in it, yes. That's basically. And they basically gave like Fighting Vipers-esque kind of break moves to some of the VF characters as well.
Let the action begin. Go!
Jets are kind of not really moving. Or we're all moving insanely fast. I don't know. You say they're VTOLs, but I don't see any kind of thrust coming out of the bottom of those things.
Round 1. Let the action begin. Go!
This game's alright. I mean, it's no Sonic the Fighters, but... Blam!
Round 2. Let the action begin. Go! Round 1.
The Serpent's Cage.
Let the action begin. Go!
Oh.
Round 2. Let the action begin.
cowboy serpentor looking ass.
You win. Round 1. Let the action begin. Go!
Oh. This game has gotten to that point where it's like, I hope you learned a little bit over the last 5 stages because your fucking mashing bullshit is gonna work not nearly as effectively from this point forward. This guy's dumb head. Stupid ass. Looks like he fell out of a Crazy Taxi prototype. Didn't make the final cut, though.
Round 1.
Secret chemical plant.
Let the action begin. Go! You win! Round 1.
Ah, the great BM.
Let the action begin. Go! Round 2. Let the action begin. Go!
Stomped on my ass.
Round 3. Let the action begin. Go!
Come on. Oh, shit.
You lose.
Took a great BM right on me.
Round 1.
D-rank Viper. I feel like I did a little bit better than that.
Go!
Yes, please continue to air recover. So I can just mash punch and keep comboing.
Round 2, let the action begin. Go!
Oh, ah,
Round 3, let the action begin. Go!
Fuck. Oh, come on. He's definitely got a real, like, I'll give you round 1, and then in round 2, that's your ass. Boss fight kind of thing.
Round 1.
Ugh.
Let the action begin. Go!
Well, now I've really gone and fucked it
Round
up.
2, let the action begin. Go!
Ugh.
KO. You lose. Round 1. Let the action begin. Go!
So yeah, some of the throws won't do damage because they're like Irish whips. It's like it's like a wrestling style throw, and if you're not close enough to the wall for them to hit the wall on it, they will just run it out and not take damage.
Round 2, let the action begin. Go!
Okay then.
You win!
No, that's that. Oh.
Where's my bass at? Oh, yeah! Fighting Vipers 2.
Super KO. It will be worth 2 wins. Only possible only once when you've lost all your armor. Oh, yeah, okay. Forward and all 3 buttons. Once you've lost all your armor. Huh. That's fun. And there's also a way to just blast out of your armor, too. If I remember right, you can just, like, say, fuck it. Fuck all this armor. And go for it that way. This is going to crash. It does that sometimes. That's RetroArch for you. You want to load more than 4 games in one session? How about you relaunch instead? And I'm like, all right, that's fine. I get it. Let's try to do a lot of different things. One or more items from your order has shipped. Well, while this is crashing, I'm gonna, Oh, it didn't, that's weird. It didn't even, like, normally it would have crashed by now. There we go. Now it's gone. Am I gonna buy a new video card? I don't know. I need a new CPU and RAM. Well, a new CPU, motherboard, RAM, like that whole combo. Like, you know, I need a CPU upgrade. Because this is, what is this? This is an i7 6600, 6500, whatever the fuck, I forget what they're called. It's getting a little long in the tooth, and this 2080 Ti is doing pretty well. And yeah, I mean, I would love to get a new video card. But the other weird thing is, so I got, you know, the company got this machine also, and I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to make that the main machine while we're here working from home. Just put that in its place. It's got a screaming ass CPU and a 2070 in it. But also I cracked it open and it didn't have any room for any full-size drives. So if I were to make it my real machine, I would want to pull all the hard drives out of this thing, the 3 or 4 hard drives that are in it, that aren't SSDs, and put them in that machine. And there's just no room in that case for them. And so I was like, well, am I going to need to get a new case then to accommodate all that stuff? And then people started saying like, oh, by the way, the Alienware motherboards and power supplies and shit are all fucked, and migrating it to a real case is actually a pain in the ass. So I haven't looked into that. If that's actually true, then, because for a while I was like, I'm gonna just order whatever the latest Fractal Design case is and just migrate all that other stuff over and go from there. But then when people said that it was a nightmare to yank these Alienwares out of their case, that got me gun shy about the whole thing. So I don't actually know what to do, because I've got that machine, but I can't make that my main machine because it needs to have more hard drives in it for all the other stuff that I keep on this computer. I guess the option is I could take this computer and treat it like the other server I have and just say like, oh, this is a remote desktop machine now. It's just going to live somewhere else with all of this data on it that I need to access from time to time. And then take this machine, which has 4 terabytes of SSD in it across 2 SSDs. Just like, all right, that's the machine. We're going to plug it in over here. And then I need to find out if a 3090 will fit into that, because I thought it would be fun to get a 3090, which also makes sense in the sense of like, hey, I'm going to want to play games, but also maybe do some dumb streaming overlay stuff that might also tax a GPU. Like some of the stuff they were saying about like for creators or whatever, like resonated at least a little bit. I was like, yeah, actually having a little extra power in that thing. But like, I don't even know if a 3090 will fit in that fucking case. So you know, there's just a lot of ifs, there's a lot of ins and outs around this stuff, and it's all a giant pain in the ass with where I'm at right now in terms of computer stuff. So we'll see. What were we doing? Dreamcast games. I was gonna look and see, did Last Bronx come out on the Dreamcast? Last Blade 2 did. Did Last Bronx come out on the Saturn then? Or did it just not? Okay, yeah, it came out on the Saturn. Well, that's doable. I just want to look at a little bit of Last Bronx. Which RAM are we using? That RAM.
Last Bronx.
Joe. Oh, it's the Young Bucks. These guys. Little super kick party. Yusaku and Joe, everybody's favorite tag team wrestlers. Ah, the interlacing really... The Crystal Geyser ad in the back. Everyone in the Bronx drinking Crystal Geyser. Yeah, right. This game kind of sucks, doesn't it? Is that the thing with Last Bronx? Is that it just kind of sucks? Try next stage, Tears Bridge.
Round one. Fight!
He's not slapping his leg when he throws out the kick. It doesn't work if you don't do that. Everyone knows that. So I mostly got an open source scan converter, the OSSC, because I wanted to play Saturn games on a TV and capture it and do all this other stuff. And the way the Saturn actually changes resolutions in and out of games in some games, Fighters Megamix, and I believe this one also, from an interlaced video mode to a non-interlaced video mode, actually made that whole process fucking a nightmare. Join Dark Rooftop. This is where they got all their ideas, isn't it? And, you know, so, like, playing on a real Saturn was the goal, and, it was basically like, you know, it would be like Fighters Megamix would go from the menus into game, and I would have to fuck with the OSSC to change settings and then change back and all this other, and so the capture just looked like shit, and it was just like, oh god, like maybe there's a way around this, but I was using what they considered the ideal Saturn settings, according to the OSSC wiki, and it just didn't look good enough, or it was a hassle. It was not doing what I needed it to do, and it was very frustrating. And then that was also probably around the time that Saturn emulation started making like even bigger strides. Like it had been coming a long way over time, and now it's gotten pretty good, you know. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but for a lot of games, it's extremely playable and very, very acceptable. But now that the Satiator is out, there's a handful of different Saturn solutions for running games off SD cards and all the other stuff. But I was always waiting for the Satiator because it just plugs into that MPEG card slot in the back and doesn't, you know, there's no soldering, no hassle, no fuss, no muss, and that seemed like a really fantastic solution. Those have started actually just shipping, like after years. That video of like the guy saying like, I figured out the Saturn security stuff. It's like, that's like 4 or 5 years old or something now at this point, right? But anyway, the thing's finally out. And it's like $250, which is more than the other solutions. So I know like people in the kind of ODE community were not thrilled with the price, especially because the mode had just come out not that long ago, which is a, you know, run games off a laptop hard drive or an SSD or an SD card or whatever you got. And it works with both the Saturn and the Dreamcast, but it requires you to disconnect the disk drive to get it to work, and so there's a bit of setup there. But people seem to really like that thing, and so that came out like kind of just before the Satiator talk started picking up steam again. And so people were like, $250 for this thing seems like an intense amount of money, but the idea of just getting one, plopping it in there and being like, it's fucking good, and the disk drive still works, I don't have to disconnect it, is cool too. Though my launch US Saturn, the drive on it is dead, so it might actually be cool to just get a mode for that and go that route. Though, I mean, you know, look, hey, you want to play whatever games in a Sega Saturn, like getting a pseudo Saturn set up is actually supremely easy. But then you're buying blank CDs and all that other stuff, and that's a whole thing. Here we are in the Bronx, in the Lust subway. Can I play some Spirit of Speed? Jesus. Sure, we'll play some Spirit of Speed. That acclaimed hit. Acclaimed hit and acclaim hit. Spirit of Speed, man. That's the... When was the last time anyone thought about the game Spirit of Speed? That's Dreamcast, right? Let's see if I got it here. Spider-Man. Spirit of Speed, 1937, from your friends at LJN, otherwise known as Acclaim. Slave Zero, man, you're just pulling out all the bad games, aren't you? I think this will work. Some of the Windows CE games did not emulate well or required a different fork of the emulator, and I think not that long ago they brought those forks together to run both just fine, but I don't know. We'll see if this runs. I don't know how it'll go. The Spirit of Speed. Not really seen anything on the VMU up there in the corner. Maybe I should turn that off. We're going to miss, you know, some key part of UI up there. Lot of logos. Retro, yeah, RetroArt's been coming to Steam for a long time. I don't. That's cool. I don't really see a need. You know, it's very easy to update to the nightlies and stuff here, so I'll get it in front of more people, and that's neat. BioShock Racing. Is it going to be free? Yeah, it'll be free on Steam, I guess. Hey, there we go. There's a little something on the VMU for you. A little Spirit of Speed logo. Very classy. Look at this big-ass UI. Look at this big-ass text at the bottom. Dreamcast controller. To sound like this? Are you kidding me? Anyway, yeah, I bet the audio is an emulator issue. I don't... Oh yeah, and you see the pause menu doesn't show any text or anything like that. I can't do any more. I can't do any more of that. Slave Zero, huh? That was Saturn. Right? See, someone needs to sell a controller. Is Slave Zero not Saturn? Dreamcast, okay. For some reason I thought Slave Zero was older than that. What shitty first-person shooter, what shitty Egyptian-themed first-person shooter am I thinking of that came out on the Saturn? Power Slave, right. Close enough. Okay, Slave Zero was a different, is not the game I was thinking of. I was thinking of Power Slave. Someone needs a controller. Basically this, but with 2 more buttons. A full 6 buttons on the face. And not that are mapped to these, but like 2 new buttons. So I can have 6 on the face and 4 triggers. 6 on the face would let you play Saturn games a lot more effectively. Even N64 games would technically are a 6 on the face sort of thing, because the C buttons and all that sort of stuff. But I don't know. It can't be. It's saying like, oh, people make those, but no, because then like all the buttons need to be distinct. They can't be like, oh, we put 2 of the triggers over here on the face also, because you still need the 4 up here if you want to do. Well, you're gonna need at least 3 for something like N64, because you're gonna need like the 2 triggers and also the Z trigger. up here. In addition to the C stick, or the C buttons and the A and B buttons of the N64. So like, you just had this controller, but with 2 more buttons on the face. They were totally distinct. You could do more with old games on it. That's my story. Oh yeah, I have an interface that'll let me just plug N64 controllers in or Saturn controllers, but I want just one controller that I don't have to dick around with. Dark matter. Cat going crazy over here. What? What? I fed you hours ago. And you didn't eat any of the food. Wow. Hi. I heard you making a bunch of noise out there. I don't know what... Ready to try to eat something? And I'll give you the drugs until you eat.
Slave Zero prototype shows all systems nominal. Guardian Chan, you are a go for assault on Comaray. And careful, Guardian. That's some expensive tech you're operating. Not one scratch. Welcome to the industrial sector, Slave Zero.
Oh, this is not good.
Destroy this sector's communications array by taking
Oh, okay,
out
alright, so it's left... Oh, that's so backwards. It's left stick to aim, and the face buttons to move, which makes sense, but also is a little bit backwards, you know? Oh, and it's inverted, and this is... What sort of options do we even have? Well, we do want the jump pack turned on. Complex mode. Oh boy. Strafe? Okay. Look up, look down. Okay, no, we do not want complex mode. We'll just stick with what we got, because I don't think there's one that just flips the analog stick, look up, look down. Which is what I actually want. Oh well. Games are bad about that stuff. It's even worse when a game flips the X-axis. Like some of the Ratchet games do that. Mario Sunshine.
You must adapt quickly to your new form.
This hippie, cyber hippie bullshit.
Feel the power of the slave under your heel.
All right, sometimes this cat needs me to follow her out to where the food is for comfort while she eats. So I'm going to go do that real quick. And maybe give her shot if she eats enough. You want to do some eating? You look like you want to do some eating. I'll put a little music on here. What other stuff should I play? Just line up a handful of minutes of music here, and we'll go see what's up here. All right, how about a little bit of that? All right, I'll be back in a sec. Come on, you knucklehead.
Open up the door.
This copy is for Hype Williams.
The Undertaker just picked up the Twisty Rockets.
Welcome to the fantasy zone.
Hello, this is Jerry Rice and my dog Leonidas. We're here to talk about our video game, Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football.
That's all the Slave Zero we're gonna play. Seaman's no fun. Seaman's a game you need to put the hours into. Like the opening of Seaman doesn't do anything that you want it to. It's not. Just doesn't work out. Just doesn't work out. Have I ever beaten Seaman? No, I never had the patience for it. I played it for a couple of weeks, off and on, and never really got it to do anything, and was just like, fuck this. What else is going on? I didn't eat dinner. I'm gonna have to do that at some point here in the relatively near future. I have half a mind to have some kind of food delivered, but it is getting kind of late. And I don't want to deal with the, you know, the decontamination process of having something show up and all that sort of stuff. So I'll probably just make something here in a little bit. What else? I don't know. Cactus Jack meal. What? Bang bang. Indeed. That's not a real thing. I know that. I know that's a real thing. I feel bad that that guy calls himself Cactus Jack on account of him not being Mick Foley. But I did get those shoes. Those blue Jordan 4s. But I'd like to think that they're Mick Foley shoes. I have those, yeah. Yeah, I got them, yeah. Yeah, they're, you know, they're shoes. I just like 4s. That's it, really. Anyway, I don't know, man. There are video games that we could definitely play, but I'm just looking through this list here and nothing's really jumping out at me. Armourines, yeah, Armourines sucks. Armourines is a terrible game. Armourines came out like on, there's like multiple versions. Well, I mean, I think I can actually just type in the word Armourines here and we can get something resembling a list if I had to guess. I believe it came to PlayStation 1 and was not as good. When it searches the whole database, it actually takes forever. It kind of has to sit here for a while as it searches all the playlists and all that other stuff. Shoe podcast, me the animal. I kind of fell off it. I think the way that they're selling shoes and now Adidas launched their separate app for limited edition drops and all that stuff. I just think the whole like wake up at a certain time and push this button and have it tell you that you can get fucked. Like I just make more fucking shoes. Just fuck off. Make more shoes. It's just stupid. So I'm just not into it. Also not really wearing shoes these days so much. So I extra fell off of it where I'm just not even paying attention to it. So what do we got? Armourines came out on the N64 and the PlayStation and the Game Boy as well. Oh, well, that just the whole thing exploded. Well, shit. Let's try it one more time. And if it crashes again, then that's a sign that we were just not meant to play Armourines. Yeah, Game Boy Color Daikatana. Actually a pretty good game. I don't remember much about this game. You fight, it's bugs, right? You're fighting, it's because it's Armourines Project Swarm, so it's just kind of a, like a shitty, unlicensed Starship Troopers type thing, right? Tony Lewis.
Private Tony Lewis is your typical no-nonsense, ever-dependable hero. A charismatic leader and seasoned veteran of numerous campaigns. Lewis is tough, cool, and level-headed, rising through the ranks of the Marine Corps to the rank of Master Gunnery Sergeant. Lewis was the first
says private right there.
for the elite Armourine Corps. Due to his tendency to use unorthodox methods in order to succeed, Lewis was summarily dismissed. Details surrounding his dismissal are still classified.
Oh.
However, with the uncovering of the alien invasion, General Kendall is convinced that Lewis is the only man who can tackle the overwhelming odds of Project Swarm and win. Starting out as a private in the world's most secret fighting force, Lewis must once again show his mettle to rise through the ranks. Private Tony Lewis is your typical no-nonsense...
Message repeats. Okay, so if they think he's the only man to do the job, then who's this?
Myra is the consummate Marine. Her perseverance, determination, and tactical abilities allowed her to quickly rise to the rank of Marine Corps Lieutenant, and to get noticed by General Kendall of the Armourines Project. Unlike the gung-ho Lewis, Private Lane is a disciplined tactician who will properly assess a situation before charging in. To her, the smart way is the right way. Myra sees this assignment as her ultimate challenge and the chance to earn her place in world history. Along with Tony Lewis, Myra must begin again as a private in the elite Armourines force. She'll have to rely once again on her savvy battle skills and fighting strategies to catapult her through the Armourine ranks. Myra is the consummate Marine.
That narration is so long and just...
The human race survived the most brutal threats to its fragile existence. Famines, plagues, fires, floods, and diseases may have ravaged and scarred our planet.
Oh, right. Protoculture does... He does mention fucking Armourines in that, doesn't he?
Humankind developed the technology to combat these threats, and the technology to inflict and survive the most bloody conflicts. The Armourines were the military option we hoped we'd never have to use.
A ranked list of all the games mentioned in Protoculture.
Created to withstand even the devastation of a nuclear attack. Their intensive training,
this one would have to be near the bottom.
Superiority and supreme strength made them the army every nation wanted. The army that couldn't be defeated. No one imagined there could be anything more threatening to our planet than a nuclear conflict. They were wrong. The gravest threat to the human race was about to unleash its brutal menace on our world. The Armourines were the only hope of stopping this army of darkness. This time, the burning instinct to survive would not be enough to save humanity.
Don't I know it?
We've received some distressing data, Armourine.
Oh, General Kendall's listen to his shitty little voice.
Siberian base displayed a collection of objects not of this world. You're to confirm the presence of these giant eggs and advise us.
These so-called giant eggs.
Restore power to the base transport. Keep a lookout for anything strange. Use the transport to get into the lower base. Keep those eyes wide open.
Word up!
I felt like he was going to say a third thing there based on the inflection, but then there was nothing. Nice and swimmy. And running at an unholy high resolution that a real PlayStation would never be able to do. That's how I like my PlayStation games. Wiggly and unnaturally sharp. Oh boy. Oh, this is a pre-analog stick game, isn't it? Oh, okay, so L1 goes forward, R2 goes back. I'm sorry, R1 goes forward, R2 goes back. R2 is crouch. I'm sorry, L2 is crouch, L1 seems to not do anything. Okay, is it changing weapons? D-pad moves and aims. Or rather, D-pad is a look stick. A shoots, or X shoots. Square does nothing. Triangle does nothing. Circle does nothing. They didn't settle on this whole dual analog stick controller thing. I'm crouched. We walked across the bridge and now we get to load. Oh wait, what's the shoot? How do I? No, I'm from Buenos Aires and I say kill them all. Disruptor vibes, yeah. Disruptor, God. Disruptor. Okay, so we have a strafe. We have a left strafe and a right strafe. Oh, and that's a jump. Okay. These are shitty controls. Games got better. You know, there were good games then too. Armourines just wasn't one of them. Armourines seems bad. I remember it always being bad, but no, actually, that's about what I figured it would be. It's like a really shitty first-person shooter from an era when the consoles weren't really ready to do first-person shooting all that well, all that much. Even once all the dual analog stuff kind of became standard, it kind of took a while for that stuff to, not only for that stuff to become a control scheme, but for that control scheme to feel right. Because even when that control scheme was first deployed, the now standard control scheme for every video game on the planet, It felt wrong. It felt weird. It didn't feel right. And yeah, it's yeah. What's my take on time splitters? I remember time splitters being good for a console shooter. I think it's the thing, you know, like all this stuff was coming out alongside much better shooters on the PC. And so if you had a PC, it was very easy to look at all this stuff. Even the Turoks and the GoldenEyes of the world were only good up to a point, because you were just like, I mean, it's cool that I can do this, but like, why would I do this when instead I could be playing fucking Quake or Quake 2? Like, why? Like, who fucking cares? Like, oh, yeah, GoldenEye sure is awesome. Oh, man, Turok is like, yeah, it's doing some cool stuff, and it's cool that they did that. The N64 was like pretty well built to, you know, mimic some of the controls that you would want out of a first-person shooter between the C buttons and all that sort of stuff. But like, nah, you could be playing like games that were like worlds better. And then oftentimes when you took those games that were like good console shooters like Turok and Turok 2, and put them elsewhere, put them on a PC, and even then you're like, oh, well, now it's got good controls. And that kind of then felt like, oh, it's kind of exposing that this combat isn't actually all that good anymore. And some of this stuff doesn't feel right. Like it was just, there was kind of just no way around it. Those were games for people that didn't have PCs. Especially like the idea of split screen multiplayer that Time Splitters was so bent on serving up. It was just like, okay, like, why the fuck would I ever play a split screen first person shooter when I've got the internet over here? When I've got the fucking internet over here. Why would I share a portion of my screen with some asshole sitting next to me when I can click 3 buttons and murder strangers like God intended? So yeah, like all that stuff was just kind of lost on me. It was like cool for what it was, but you know, you had to, you know, we were reviewing games through that exact filter of just like comparing it to things on the platform, right? So when you were reviewing things like GoldenEye, you weren't going like, hey, there's like a world of fucking amazing shooters out there that make this look like a sick joke. You know, so graded on that curve or the lack thereof, I guess, of like, hey, compared to other N64 games, GoldenEye is like among the best, but it's a very low bar. What you doing down there? You in trouble? All right. Looks like she's doing better. A little less crazy. But that's why I only play the classiest console shooters. What am I even doing? Alien Front Online. No. What is the default control scheme here? I'm trying to remember.
Welcome to Quake 3 Arena.
Okay, so yeah, same type deal. The analog stick does all your looking. The 4 face buttons are your movement, and then on the triggers we've got jump and shoot. It's hard to break the habit of like having these reversed, you know, of like look on the left and move on the right. It feels like it should be, you know, the exact opposite of that.
You're tied for the lead.
Quake had music. What? Why? Who needs it?
3 frags left.
Oh boy.
2 frags left.
Yeah, get it.
1 frag left.
Oh, that's bad. I keep doing it too. It's like it's very hard to break the habit of music. It's weird. Yeah? Come here. Come here. All right.
Major.
Yeah, I think that's actually what we want. Let's call into Sega Net. All right. There are people here. Bots.
You're tied for the lead.
Yep, that's a bot. So you could actually do crossplay between the PC and Dreamcast versions of Quake 3, but it was like a weird case where like the Dreamcast version was locked to a specific patch, and like they were already past that patch by the time the game came out on Dreamcast, and so it created this bad situation where it's like, yeah, you could, you know, go back to an old patch of Quake 3 and get on to some of those servers, but very few people did that. And also the Dreamcast version was limited to 4 players, I think, on a server, which, you know, that ain't enough. Oh, whatever, just 1v1, baby. But also this game had mouse and keyboard support. They sold a mouse and a keyboard for the Dreamcast. And so, and also it had broadband adapter support. I know I've told the story before, but like the actual fun and disgusting way to play this game was to use the broadband adapter and and a mouse and keyboard, and everyone else was playing on a controller with a 56K modem, and as a result, you laid waste to everybody. So yeah, this is this is one of the games that has private servers up for it. There's a handful of Dreamcast games that you can still play on the internet, and it's absolutely crazy. And also, so RetroArch implemented that online support, and made it so it just works. Like, you have to do some light configuring to, like, give it a dial-in number and other stuff like that, but you just tell it to connect to the internet, and it does. And it's pretty fucking crazy that you can do it. And it's rad. Will the fingers move? If you want some super fast online gameplay, sign up now for SegaNet at www.sega.net. For code BOMBCAT. What? Connecting to the PSO world. Is anyone else online? Yeah, there's a couple people there. And so, yeah, you know, there's all kinds of crazy custom server stuff for PSO. You can hack the GameCube version to connect to some of these servers as well. They've really worked hard to recreate a lot of the quests that the online version of the game had. I think in some case they may have even tried to make their own quests using whatever, you know, reverse engineering whatever scripting language it may have had. I gotta scroll lock it. I hit that and lost the ability to use the gamepad, which is not how it's supposed to happen. There we go. I was gonna reinstall Blueburst, but every time I reinstall Blueburst, it just triggers every single virus scanner I've got, and I'm sure that they're false positives, but yeah, so yeah, exclusive quest. Hunter's Guild helps you enrich your life. Lost Heat Sword, lost Ice Spinner. Is this Hopkins' last request? And so yeah, you can just play PSO 1 on these custom servers. So good. Not gonna play it now, though. On account of I should probably go eat something. And then, you know, start to get ready for sleep. I don't like to eat and then immediately go to bed. That's a dumb idea. But yes, I have not eaten. Since right after the podcast, I grabbed a turkey sandwich. Right after the podcast was done. But, there we go. That's gonna crash. That crashed. Anyway, that's video games. That's all of them. They should make more. And we'll do this again after they do that. But, yeah, what else? I guess that's going to do it. So, yeah. Hey, I mean, hello. Hi. Everybody have a good night. Stay safe out there. I know it's ultra crazy. I saw a picture of Salem, Oregon on Twitter that just looked like it had this nightmarish red sky, because I guess there are fires up there now, too. Because let's just get them everywhere, I guess. Fuck. Crazy times. Air here has actually been okay for the past few days, which has been nice. I mean, it wasn't actually that hot today, but still, like, just the light outside was not that red that I saw from that photo from Salem, but all day it's been like that apocalyptic, weird, off, like, strange colored skies that felt very off. So anyway, that's whatever. That's neither here nor there. That's here mostly. But until next time, I'll see you soon. We're gonna play Tony Hawk on the internet tomorrow. A few of us are gonna get together and skate. So that should be fun. Come back for that in the afternoon time. And that'll be a premium stream. We got free trials for that there premium. If you're out there and you're not into that thing yet, you can check it out. What is it? giantbomb.com/upgrade. You wanna check that out? You come watch the Tony Hawk stream. And then, you know, I don't know. Maybe you'll be into it. Maybe you won't. I don't know. I ain't you. I don't know what's going on in your head. I ain't Sly. I don't know what's in the dude's head. All right, I gotta go before we start having long conversations about Andrew Dice Clay. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you soon.